Hey everybody, movie fan Z here. So I just got finished watching the musical movie West Side Story from last year, directed by Steven Spielberg. So in this movie, you have kind of two different storylines, and but they kind of intersect. You have the story of Tony, played by Anton Yelchin, who falls in love with Maria, played by Rachel Ziegler, and you also have the storyline of the uh Caucasian gang in 1957 New York, the Jets, and the Puerto Rican gang, the Sharks, and their rivalry for territory. Now, what intersects them is that Tony was one of the founding members of the Jets, and Maria is the younger sister of Bernardo, who is the leader of the Sharks. So, in a way, it's kind of like a modern day, in that case, like the 50s modern day, gritty version of Romeo and Juliet, with forces trying to keep them apart. So, let's get to the rest of the cast. So Bernardo is played by David Alvarez. Riff, who is the other leader of the Jets, is played by Mike Feist. You also have Anita, who is Bernardo's girlfriend and the other main female in this movie, and played by Ariana DeBose. And you have the original Anita from the other West Side Story movie, Rita Moreno, who plays the shop owner where Tony works. And one good thing about this is that both Anitas, Rita Moreno and Ariana DeBose, won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for their roles in their respective movies. And Rita Moreno is also an executive producer on this movie. So let's get into thumbs up and thumbs down. I'm going to start with thumbs down. And one of the biggest thumbs down that I have is that I don't speak Spanish. So there's a lot of times when they're conversating or even singing in Puerto Rican that I barely knew a word. And even though I had subtitles, it would have been nice maybe to have parentheses with what they were saying so I could follow along more. The other thing is, it's a little too long. It's, if I remember correctly, it's about 2 hours and 40 minutes. And that's just, it seemed like it dragged on at times. Maybe another thumbs down, and I didn't write this down, but I was thinking about it. There was another New York City set musical that came out last year, and that was In the Heights. And I actually liked that one more because I felt like it had multiple stories going on that you could kind of follow, and it delved more into the characters. With this one, the only characters you really got to know about were Maria and Tony. And actually, that's a thumbs up, and I'll transition to that. I felt like they were the best parts of this movie because they were the focal point. And I felt like Rachel and Anton were really. Sorry, Ansel. Anton is his name in the movie. Ansel and Rachel really were the best parts of this movie. Along with that, there's some recognizable songs. And the dancing got a little too much at times. All the twirling and all that stuff. But I thought the songs were good. And I liked the story, like I said, the main story. But there was the other New York musical that I thought was better. So overall, I'm going to give it right in the middle, kind of a 3 out of 5. Not bad, but not great. But that is my review for 2021's West Side Story. Come back next time for another review. Smooth Fan Z signing off. Have a good night.